Welcome back to Daily MuleSoft meetup. Thank you for joining us today. In today's session, we will talk about Anypoint Exchange and Nexus Repository. So before we start today's session, I want to share some important information that this meetup is not representing any companies and it's not doing any paid promotions. This is strictly for learning purpose, and we are not responsible if today's session demo do not work for your business requirements, because every business have different requirements. So but today's session will help you to understand. Maybe it can, like, according to today's demo, you can maintain your business requirements in some way. Okay, but we are not guaranteed for that. Okay, few housekeeping things. So the recording, we will record this session, and we will share the slides and the recording link by email within 24 hours to everyone. Okay, you can ask any queries, any questions in the Q&A box. At the end of the session, after 1 hour, you will get a feedback email. So please provide us the feedback, because if you will provide the feedbacks, it will help us to improve the sessions next coming meetups. So we will, according to your feedbacks, we will improve our sessions. So don't forget to give the feedbacks. It's really important for us and for you guys. Okay. Before starting, I will introduce today's meetup organizers. That is Anurag Sharma, me, and Ankit Lavanya. If you have any queries, anything related to Delhi MuleSoft meetup, you can connect us on LinkedIn. These are our profile links. And today's host, I'm Anurag Sharma. Okay, I have total 9 years of experience and currently working as an integration technical lead. I started my career as robotics engineer, but later I moved on to Java, and then I am currently working in MuleSoft. Okay, so I'm a MuleSoft mentor and meetup leader for Delhi and Ahmedabad group, and certified MuleSoft architect and Java professional. I'm also an active member on MuleSoft Helper Forum, and in free time, I mentor MuleSoft beginners and learners. Okay, I run some free online classes who wants to learn MuleSoft. I own a MuleSoft station group. Okay, this one. So you can join us on Telegram and Instagram. There you can ask any queries related to MuleSoft, and we are running free MuleSoft online classes to help you to start with the MuleSoft. We give you training for MCD level 1 certification. It's completely free. You can join the group and you can ask for the training, or you can check the pin messages. Every detail is there. Okay, so this is all about me, and I'm the today's host. I hope you will enjoy the session. And now today's speaker, we have Gajanan here, who is having overall 10 plus years of experience. So Gajanan, it's over to you.
You so much, Anurag, for all the introduction. So, just for a quick introduction for myself, I have overall 10 plus experience in IT world. That is all integration related, 10 plus experience, and currently I'm working as an API integration senior software engineer lead at Comments. So, I am certified MuleSoft certified developer integration architect. So in my integration journey, I've come across multiple products, integration products and tools like MuleSoft, Oracle, SOA, OSB, IP Switch. So I have expertise in that. So in today's session, we'll talk about more Anypoint Exchange repository and Nexus repository, and how we can upload our what do you say assets or common stuff to Exchange and Nexus, and how we can use that in our real application. So as a developer, I found myself in sometimes difficult. I want to share something, but I don't find any way. But then MuleSoft to come up with some beautiful features. Then I use that, and today I will show you my experience, how we can share common things to developers and within our organizations, and how we can achieve the reusability in a better way, right? All right, this is my quick introduction. Let's jump into the session. Let me share my screen if I can.
Yes, Gajan. Before starting that, I just want to remind you everyone that we are recording this session, and for any questions you can ask in the Q&A box. Okay, don't hesitate. Just ask. Don't wait. That will post it whenever you any question comes into your mind. Just post it. At the end of session, we will clear all your queries. Thank you so much for joining today. Yes, Gajanan, I'm stopping the sharing. You can start.
Okay, so as discussed, we'll talk about Anypoint Exchange and Nexus Repository and how we can integrate with MuleSoft, right? So before jump into the Exchange and Nexus Repository, let's talk about a little bit about the Maven plugin, because without this we can't do the automation, right, in the MuleSoft, and this is very important stuff. We need to understand before the magic of the Maven plugin. By using that, we will automate our deployment, and we can upload and download all these assets in our Mule application, right? So before that, we have to understand what is Mule plugin is all about and how it will help us to automate the stuff, right? So Mule Maven plugins enable us to packaging and deployments our applications to our deployment targets like on Cloud Hub, on-prem, or RTF, right? And by using the Mule or Maven lifecycle, right? It will it is compatible with the Mule runtime engine that is called Enterprise Editions, and we have one more edition that is Community Edition. In Enterprise Editions, we have three different kind of subscription: was Gold, Platinum, and Titanium, right? And then we have one more edition that is Community Edition. So all is supported. Mule Maven plugin is supported with both the community, both the editions. And recently, like a 4x and after 7x version, Mule Runtime Engine 4x and Anypoint Studio 7x version later, all applications are fully Mavenized. And when you create any application, you will see the Maven configuration is already there in projects. So you can deploy your application or run your application through command line directly, or you can use the Anypoint Studio to deploy it or run it, right? So that is fully Mavenized now, so you don't need to worry about the configuration. If you want to add some extra configuration, then you have to go and add it, right? So let's talk about the Mule Maven plugins, the goals that we have. So what different goals we have for the Mule Maven plugin? So there are three different goals we have. One is packaging. It will compile and package your jar files or your project jar files. Then it will we have to deploy, right? So the deploy goals will automatically upload or deploy your applications to the deployment targets like Cloud Hub, Runtime Fabric, or on-prem. So we have one more deployment commands like mule colon and deploy. This is basically to enable you to deploy your artifacts without binding. Like you need your jar file first, and then you can specify the location, and then directly you can deploy. So that will the packaging is not you have to do first. Then you can specify that location. Then you can directly use that command and deploy it, right? So this is yes, this is dmule.artifact. You can mention your location, and then you can run this command. Automatically, your jar file will be uploaded, deployed to the target deployment targets, right? And then we have undeployed. As we deploy, we can also remove our application or undeploy our application from the different target systems or target. What is say deployment. Okay, so moving next, let's talk about why we need artifactory repositories, right? So it's always if we have a common stuff to reuse or common utility to reuse across the uh, within the team or across the team, right? So always we should have a one libraries or repository where we can maintain our assets, and we can maintain the multiple versioning are there, right? So we should have one repository, one common repository. So as per the industry standards, in today's world, the most famous repositories or artifactories we have in like Anypoint Exchange, we have that is provided by MuleSoft, and then we have a Nexus repository, and then we have a JFrog. So these are the three most widely used repository in the integration world. So all three have their own pros and cons based on your company's requirement, based on your budgets, or based on your what do you say, automation, so DevOps platform requirement. You can use all these repository and make your automation, right? So it's always recommended first to go through Anypoint Exchange, because in coming worlds you will get more surprise from the uh, MuleSoft, because they are adding, keep on adding, and keep on enhancing their repository. So recently we come across, they also give us a what is say facilities to use reuse our data waves also. So you can, if we find some data complex data wave, and that we want to share across the team or within the organization, in the integrations teams, so you can also share that. Earlier we have only policies we can share, applications code we can share, and other reusable stuff we can share. We don't have the data we plug in, right? So they have added that, and that is the beauty of the MuleSoft. They keep on adding wherever they find some difficulties. They take care of our development things in keep in mind, and they are keep adding it, right? So it's all depends on your requirement. Just go through and then use wisely which repository you're gonna use. So let's talk about a little bit Anypoint Exchange repository, what it is. So as you guys already know, Anypoint Exchange is a very strong repository we have in MuleSoft. It provides a lot of capabilities to share, like APIs, policies, specification, fragments, templates, custom assets, or not word, right? Everything you can see here, and you can share across your organization or within the organization, and that will boost your productivity and promote the standard. And this is the one of our C4E KPI success KPIs, right? If you able to reuse, that's the best thing you can do, right? Because this is the modernized world, and we have to create such kind of assets that can reuse across the organization within the team, and so that we can make our product fast and deliver fast, right? So then again, once you upload your common artifacts or reusable stuffs on Exchange, what are the different accessible points you have? Like there are many places, like you can use Exchange from Anypoint Studio. You can use the connectivity template, examples, etc. And then we have API Manager. API Manager will give you the facility to, you can use the Anypoint Exchange by APIs and policies. And then Runtime Manager also use that Exchange to for your application, right? And this is your exchanges looks like. So exchange is widely, or it's what is a strong repository we have in the MuleSoft, where we always share our common assets, even though all the Mule connectors are shared over the exchange repository that you use in your application, right? So that's the beauty of Anypoint Exchange. So first we'll see how we can use the Exchange, Anypoint Exchange repository to upload the artifacts, and then how we can use to download, and then we'll see them through the demo. Okay, so I prepared one demo for you. What are the configurations we have, and keep in mind when to upload and download it. So let's go jump into the demo. First demo, publishing our assets to the Anypoint Exchange. So these are the some key points you have to keep in mind. when you have to publish your assets to the Anypoint Exchange. Very first thing is create your common utility, and once you done with all the logic that you want to share, then you have to update your POM files with key points. This first you have to update your group ID with the organization ID. I will let you know from where you will get it, and then you have to mention this classifier as a new Maven plugin. So there are different classifiers we have for different things, like for if you want to use the template or examples, then you have different plugins to specify. If you want to use policy, then you have different plugins to specify, and then for fragment you have a different one. But right now we will use our utility as a connector, so for that we'll use this Mule Maven plugin as a classifier. Okay, and then this is very important. When you want to publish it, you have to always mention this distribution management repository section in your POM file. Without this, you can publish it. Okay, so that is very important where you're gonna publish it. And then you have to have a Anypoint Exchange credential. Without the credential, you can't publish and download, right? So you should have appropriate permissions to it, publish and download it, and that you have to mention in the settings, settings.xml. And then finally, once we all done with the configuration, then we'll move this command and publish it. So let's go to and the demo I will show you. So this is the common error handler I built it. Okay, so it's a very basic, nothing else. I just mentioned as an on propagate part, the connectivity, and if you find any connectivity issue, we just are setting up the error code, and then we are calling this flow. That is basically, it will do nothing. It will just print the message in response, like HTTP code, HTTP type, what is the message we got it, right? And then it will display in our logs. And similar way for client security, for dual server security, any others, if you found any others errors, then we can update the status accordingly based on our types, error type you got. So we are updating the status and then printing it and then calling it, right? So there is very basic error handling that we gonna use in our Mule application. As an I will create this error handling as a plugin, and then we'll use in our application. So to make this common utility as a plugin, what should I need to take care? The very first thing I told you, right? We have to update our group ID as an organization ID. So let's see from where we'll get it, right? This is my I log in my training account, and then you can go to your access management if you want to find out where you can get the organization ID. It's very simple. But in organization, you don't have that kind of access, but you can ask your infra team or and ask them to you if you want to use that. You can ask them. But for a PUC purpose, we can create it. This is my organization ID. So copy it and then update in your very first column, that is group ID, right? So mention here. And the second part that you have to update is you have to add what we have mentioned. We have to update the classifier, right? So go to the classifier. This is by default you will not get it. Okay, so you have to add this manually. So you have to add this classifier as a Maven plugin. Okay, that is the second change we have to do. Keep in mind, this is the second. Third one is the very most important one, that is distribution management. Without that you can't publish it. Okay, so you have to mention your default repository ID and names. You can put any names, no worries on this. Then this URL is important, and you have to mention your org ID, in which org ID you wanna publish it for, where your Anypoint Exchange repository there. So you have to mention that. Okay. So this is the third change. Now, what else we have? The next one is you should have Anypoint Exchange credential in your setting.xml, right? So this is my exchange settings.xml. So how it will look like? You have to mention your this ID, server ID should be same across. Otherwise, you will not able to publish it. Okay, so you have to use across wherever you have the ID. It will be same. So you have to mention your username password, and then you have to activate your repository where the ID is MuleSoft, and then this is the default URL we get it, right? So you have to mention these two things in your settings .xml. No more other changes we have to do. So once you've done it, all the changes, the next step is now we have to run this v1 command, right? We have to clean any target folders we already have, so we don't want this dependency. We have to create freshly, so we add it clean, then we have to package it, and then we have to deploy it, right? So copy this command, and now what we have to do, so let's see our go to the exchange first. Right now you don't see any asset, right? It's just a ramble. I just put it as an example. We can publish our assets here only. So to publish our assets, what we're gonna do, uh, okay, right click here, folder, go to the location, and run your cmd command and put that. Now you will see the magic. It will upload your asset on exchange. Okay, our build is successful, and this deployed on exchange successfully, right? You can see. So let's go to our exchange and let's see if we got it or not. So here we go. We got our connector, the application or the utility we built, and this is the version we deployed. And make sure I forgot to mention here. You have to mention the version also in the POM file. Okay, this is the version they will take. Okay, this is the version we deployed it. Now we have deployed, right? And how we gonna use it? Okay, so I hope all these steps are clear, like from where you will get the organization ID and you will plugin and distribution management section and the credential part and this command part, right? Everything is clear, I hope. So we successfully publish it, right? All right. So the next one is how to download or this exchange assets and then use in our Mule application, right? So first you have to create an application where you want to use it. Then couple of things you have to keep in mind. You have to update your POM file with the dependency. The split, we check that and we'll get this dependency. And then you have to import that error handler XML, right? Once you download it, you will get it, and then you have to import here, and then make as a default error handler that you have, right? So let's go. Okay, let's go here. This is my demo. What are the things we have to keep in mind? I told you, right? So first is dependency. So this is the dependency section you have to update, and from where we'll get it. It's You can get the dependency section, you copy it, okay, and then put it here in your POM file, projects POM file. Once you done it, you will see this jar will be this connector will be downloaded in your application. Once it's downloaded, and then what you have to do, what is the next step? We have to import it, right? Sorry, where it is. Yeah, we have to import it. So go to your global element and then go here, import it. So give the name of your XML that we found in our connector, and then give the configuration. Make as a default error handler. So these are the two things you have to do once you want to use it, right? So we are done all the settings. I will repeat once more time. We have to create our Mule application, add the dependency, import the error handler XML, and then configure our error handler. Just give me a minute, okay? Let's wait to deploy. Let's get deployed. Let's see what. Okay, so it's all right. So this is the one. This is the URL, and this is the path we do. Let's run it and let's see what will happen. So I deliberately put this error in my code, so it will print the start flow, and then sorry. So this will raise a error here. Okay, deliberately I put it, and let's see the console how it will look like. So it will start our flow started, and then it's give what is the error that we put, and here we go. You can see the JSON structure of the error we find out, right? The HTTP code 500, error type is expression, and this is the message we printed, and this is the status of error. So that's how you can call your common error handling in your application. Uh, so you can change anytime and tell the developers to use the same. So by doing that, you can have a control in one place and you can enhance accordingly, right? So this is the very first demo. Uh, any question right now, Anurag, as of now, for
Yes,
the first demo?
yeah, there is a question from Nikhil. If it's a custom connector, we will just add dependency in POM XML. No import is needed. Is it correct?
Sorry, say again. I missed
It
that.
is the question. It's in, yeah, last one. No, no.
Let
He
me.
posted. Yes.
Okay, if a
Yeah.
custom connector, we
Hmm.
will add just a dependency in the POM file. No import is required. It's like if you want to, if it is have a method or just like if I will show you, there is no method. Okay, in this. So deliberately you have this flow, right? So if you want to call this flow, this is a flow only. There is no triggering point here, right? So we have to trigger somewhere. So if you want to trigger, how you will trigger it? Yeah, like so you have to import it, right? So we deliberately what we do is we put it here, the XML that we call, and this will what it will do. It will trigger by default, right? This XML they will trigger. So in that case, you required it. If you don't, if you already have a different triggers and all, then it's not required. You got it?
Uh, there is one more question in Q&A box from Santosh. It is we are imported the common error handler, but during MUnit coverage, it won't be there for that common error handler. Um,
Yeah, you have to ignore it. You have to ignore it. You have to put your in pom.xml. You have to mention deliberate because this is a part of your application now. Okay, you have to ignore it.
yep. Thank you, Gajanan. I think we
All
don't
right,
have any other questions still other than these two.
perfect. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. So we talk about our Exchange repository now. Little bit we'll talk about Nexus repository. It's a external one, right? Some organizations don't want to use Exchange repository because they have already Nexus, or they find Nexus is uh, somehow better, or they multiple DevOps teams are using it, so they come up with the approaches, right? So uh, the catch here is, if you want to use an external repository, whether it's Nexus or JFrog, right? How we can use it, and what kind of configurations we have to keep in mind, and how we can publish and use our assets, right? So for that, it's a similar. Let's talk about first what is Nexus is all about. So Nexus is open source repository that support multiple format like Docker or binaries, or a lot of format they are supporting it. It's also manage your dependency so that you are not juggling between the collections of jars, right? So they are well maintained, their dependencies or versioning, and you can publish a lot of things like applications, common libraries, asset or utility binaries. So these are binary management tools basically. And so for that, first you have to you have to create a repository you have where you want to publish your assets or common utilities, and you have to create a repository first. And let's see how the step we have to use to publish an asset in Nexus, right? So these are the some sort of steps I've mentioned. Like first you have to install it, because it's freely available for your PUC. If you want to do in locally, you can download it and then run it. Okay, so for the first I will share my URL. There is one URL here. I will share with you guys. Okay, so you can have it. So this is the URL. You can check. They will mention how to download, how to create a repository, what are the things you have to take care, and they will also mention what is the commands you have to run. Okay, so this is next.exe. So what I did is like. I create a folder, extract that jar, and then you will see here in the bin folder, you have to just go cmd and then run this particular command. Okay, so that I have mentioned in this. So I already have my Nexus repository is running. So it's running now, and I will show you how it looks like. So this is my repository. I have created this Mule Maven repository, and this is the URL you will get once you will create it. You have to create a format of Maven 2 only. Okay, we have the different type of repositories for but to Mavenize it, we have to, if you want to use the Maven commands in for publish and download, you use this format Maven 2. Okay, open it, it will give you the beautiful browser to, you can see that, right? And you can see your all common stuff. So you already uploaded it, but one more time I will show you how we're gonna do this, right? So let's jump into what are the steps we have to take care when we have to publish it. First, we have to create our utility, and these are the things we have to keep in mind when we update our POM. First is we have to use a classifier as a mule plugin, and then distribution, that is most important part in your POM file. And there's some additional plugins we also have to put that is specific to the Nexus. I will show you what these are. And then Nexus server credentials you have to put in your settings.xml, and then the common command you have to run, that is maven clean package deployment command for publish it, right? So let's jump into the demo, and I will show you. So this is the login framework I have created. It's a simple one. I just put the trace point, and then I put the just the trace description. If we give any description like flow started, flow ended, and these are the identifier, correlation ID, transaction ID, like that. And this is the message structure you will get it, right? So this kind of message you will get, like your application, your environment, version, interface name, and target system and all. these are the things you will find when our application will run. So I just create a custom login framework, you can say. Okay, so for that, once you create all the logic for your common utility, the very first thing is what you have to do. You have to put this Mule Maven plugin and make sure this extension. It's very much required if you want to run your Maven plugin command. Otherwise, it will not run. Okay, it should be true always. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. If it is false, then by default it will be true, because all our application are Mavenized, so it will be true. But in any case it is false, and you want to run your Maven command or automate with the Maven, then it should be true only. And then put as a classifier as Mule plugin. So what next we have, the distribution management, right? And it will tell where my assets or utility need to publish it. So you have to mention the repository name and the location, okay, of the repository. So the locations is the same that I explained you, right? Here, what it is. If you go, if you want to find a location, that is the same. See, this is the same location we have, so you have to put the same here. Okay, it will be published here only. And then the other spawn things, the Maven plugin we have to update is these are the ones. Okay, these are specific to the Nexus. Let me show you. Okay. These are the ones. First plugin, for we have to mention the goals of the plugin. What we're gonna do is we have to deploy it. Second plugins will tell you this is a plugin, means like we are using a Nexus repository. So this is the second plugins you have to mention. Without them, you can't deploy it to your repository. Okay. So let me mention this repository name here. All right. So these are the two plugins you have to keep in mind. So you will get these plugins. Okay, we are you can copy and paste it. You will find in the internet easily. They will tell they will put all these things, like how you can call the Nexus and what are these plugins are, right? You can find it in the Google and paste it. Okay, so we are done with the configuration. Once we're done with the configurations, like we have added the classifier, we have added the distribution where we have to publish, and for the Nexus respective, we have to add some more plugins. We have added it. Now the credential one, right? So you have to use this setting.xml, and you have to mention this is not the Nexus one. Repository will be same. In actual, I can't show you the username, that's why. So you have to mention your repository name here, and the same, and you have to activate your portfolio, what is say, profiles, and this is the URL. You have to mention the same URL, right? It will use this credential on the backend and deploy your assets to the Nexus. All right. So let's go and publish it. So the same things, location, and okay. So before that, let's check what. Okay, we are gonna okay, instead of it's already there. So let's make another version. It's there 1.0, so we make it 1.1.0. So now what we have to do, we have to run command, and let's see. Okay, so it is fine. Okay, got it. On the back end, I didn't change my It's good to know. It's Exchange one, so I have to change my Nexus one. Exchange. Let's have anything else we have running. All right, let's see the magic now. Yeah. It will get deployed and refresh your repository. You will see the updated version here, right? So this is your updated version. You can see the details of that, and you will also get the slip, right? You can copy this. Okay, I will. Okay, so the next point is now everybody is clear, right? How we can upload our assets to the Nexus. I will repeat the steps one more time. First, you have to install locally, or if it is already installed, get the credentials, create your common utility, and then update all this POM file configuration with the classifier, with the distribution management, and then add specific plugins related to your Nexus. And then this we have to update the credential in the settings. So these are the four main points you have to keep in mind. Once you've done that, we have to now to publish to our libraries to the Nexus repository. Use this command. Once you use this command, then you will see your utility version is deployed, right? And now the next point is we have to download it and use in our Mule application, right? So create your application, update the POM file. Now you have to add one more additional repository here. Okay. Earlier what we do is we just add the dependency, import it, and that's it, right? But now you have to add the dependency also and the repository as well, from where we have to download it. Okay, that is more important. By default, you Exchange, so you don't need to put it deliberately, but to download from Nexus you have to make this entry and then import your plugin into this. Okay, let's go to the code. This is Nexus one. So in this application, what I did is I just passing parameters like system properties. I'm just passing my source system and target system. I'm having these things in my property file. You can see MuleSoft meetup source and target. I just mention it. I will read this from here, and trace point I tell them it's the starting of the application. Then I'm calling the this flow, right? The logging flow. The second one I just put as a flow executed. This is that second trace point we have. So I tell them like ending of the flow. Nothing else I have put, and then call our logging of framework. Okay, so what are the things we have to keep put it in our POM file? First, the very first thing is you have to update the dependency. From where you will get it? You will get it from here, right? Copy that and paste it. Let's copy this one. All right, let's copy. So we copy it and you will see will be downloaded, right? 1.10. So it's get downloaded. Second thing I told you, right? This one we have to mention. Otherwise, this these things will not be downloaded, or your utility will not be downloaded. So you have to keep in mind when you have an external repository, you have to use this. Okay, this is the one you have updated. Then what next we have? Now we have to import it similar way. We imported this XML because we have to call this flow. Okay, and then we have the property, right? We have the property. that we have defined. Here we are not putting in the configurations of by default, right? Because we are calling directly. So do no need of this. Okay, so once we done this, I believe we have done these changes. Okay, now what? Let's run our application and see how our login will be look like. Anything else is running now? Let's run it. It's taking time. All right, it's got deployed. Let's run. Okay. Okay, let's see how logs files now. So our flow executor, we call our flow, right? Now you see automatically your application names come and then environments come. All these things are coming from this YAML file. Okay, so I have put the environment, domain, and this interface name and target system name, all these things. And Maven itself, it get this on the backend, the application name, and then we have these things we already mentioned. This is the starting of the flow. I mentioned that, right? Starting of that apps dot something, will dot apps something, right? So it will fetch your application name, and this is the correlation ID, target ID, inbound message. What we send it, hello MuleSoft meetup, right? So this is what we send it, it will print it. Okay, and this is the method we call, this is the resource request path we call, right? So like that you can optimize it in your way, but this is a simple way, like we can create a logging framework and use it. And this is the ending of the flow. You can in between you can customize it in your way. Okay, this is up to you. All right, so we learned about how we can use Exchange and upload the artifacts, download the artifacts and use it, and same way with the Nexus repository, right? So I'm done pretty much with from my end. Anurag, it's handed to you. Any
Yeah, come to Q&A. So there is one question in Q&A box. One moment. Uh, yes. So can you explain POM, parent POM, and BOM XML files? One moment. This is the question. So I think
sorry,
yeah, it's in Q&A box. So can you explain POM, parent POM, and BOM XML files?
where it is? I don't see. Okay, cool.
Not sure. Okay, don't worry. I will paste it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
Can you explain POM, parent POM,
I think it's
and
a separate
BOM XML
topic
files?
completely.
Yeah, but then again, I will give you the highlight why we have the parent POM files and explain the POM. See, individual application have their own POM file, right? And you have to mention their versioning and all, right? So you can see here, you deliberately mention your all the versioning and all, right? But if you want to make a centric POM file, the versioning should be controlled also, right? So you, in that case, you can create your parent POM file and use in your flow. That is again automation stuff you are talking about here. Okay, it's a different way how you can control your what do you say, assets versioning or different kinds of versioning for your adapters connectors versioning. So in that case you can use POM file and you can upload on the exchange, and from there you can add in dependency and use from there. Okay, so mainly applicable for on-prem. where you have to always you have a domain project. If you want to control your versioning of your connector, or versioning your custom connectors, so you can do that. Okay. Bomb XML file is nothing. It's a just application specific.
Yeah, the who asked this question? Let me check. Anand,
I
Anand,
hope.
yeah, it's a actually to explain the completely POM, parent POM, and BOM XML files. It's a completely big topic. Okay, so we can think about it, and we can, we can prepare a session for that to explain to everyone. But whatever Gajanand
Yeah.
explained now, according to today's topic, if there you have any questions, so you can ask again.
Yeah, it's again Anurag, or who's asking this question?
Anand,
Okay.
MS.
Anand, sorry. So Anand is again enhancement or automation. Right now we are just doing the automation in this session is for our common utility. Now you want more automation for the versioning also, right? To control the versioning, right? So in that you have the POM or parent POM file and all. That's again automation best practices we used to follow. So we'll see if we can come. We'll use that, and then we'll give one more session. Obviously, it's all about learning. We'll add on these things in our next sessions.
Mhm.
All right.
Uh,
I hope. Sorry.
there is a next question. Can we able to edit the custom connector once we imported?
Edit where you want to edit.
Edit, not add. Edit.
Okay, so custom. See. You are the asking the same question when we have. Let's suppose I will show you something. All right. Okay. So here you have a HTTP connector, right? So what you do is, if you go to the POM file, you have this dependency, right? This the code baseline is somewhere else. You just add their plugin, and you just using their functionality. It's just kind of in our Java, right? If I we create a utility and we use it, this is the same thing. You can't edit this utility in your flow. If you use as a dependency, you can use their functionality, what is they provide to you, right? You can't edit it. Okay, that is not the best practices, even if you're talking about, because these connectors are provided by MuleSoft. Are you able to edit it or not? No, right? So they have all this code base, and they know what is inside it. And we just use their functionality. Like we have HTTP connector, like we have a listener functionality, we have a request functionality. You can use it, but you in custom code, wherever you add it, you can add it and deploy it, and you can reuse it. But you are saying when we download it and then I want to add it here, it is not possible, and it is not recommended even. Okay, I hope you got the answer.
Uh, Thank you, Gajanan. Yes. And the question, there is one question from Lekha L. What is the difference between
Mhm.
using the jar file as a connector and plugin?
Jar file is a okay. So the jar file is moreover is a manual part. Okay, so when we come up with the automation stuff, we always use a plugin or something. The dependency part. Why you have to put your jar ins, like why? So how you will reuse it? Like let's suppose you have to give that particular jar to the developer. Yeah, you are saying like locally you are using it. We have a different option, right? We can use it in a different way, but if you want to share across the organization, across the team, we have a centric place, and we upload our connector as a plugin, and just very quick way they just add their dependency and use it, right? Because you also tell them if you have a jar how to use it, and where you have to how to call it, right? All these things, and a jar has a limitation also. So let's suppose today you using inbuilt some dependency of other jar in your jar, right? So I just, let's suppose I create one Java code, and I have Apache dependency 1 2 3. Tomorrow that dependency is I have to update. So you manually have to tell the developers, boss, we got the updated, now you have to update it again. So this is manual exchange or manual reusability. But we are talking about a more profound way, right? You don't need to worry about your dependencies and all. Everything is managed as a centric point. You have to use your dependency stuff in your application and use it. I hope you got your answer or the difference. These are the different ways how we can use it. But we always we go with the profound way or the best simple way. Don't make it complex.
Thank you, Gajanan. Guys, any other questions? If there is no question, then we move to the quiz session. Don't hesitate. If you have anyone, if you don't want to post, you can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, Gazanan, you told that my question was like, see, we can deploy the file, for example, the global error handler that you created. We can deploy it as a plugin as well as a connector, right, in the Exchange, and we can
Mhm.
use it from Exchange in another project. So,
Right.
what I am asking is, what is the difference using it as a plugin and using it as a connector? Because when we add it as a plugin in the left side, we can see it, and in the project explorer part, and but when we are adding it as a connector, it just adds like how we add a Salesforce connector, right? So
Mhm.
that's what my question was,
I
like
think
how.
that's the same thing. I believe. Let me show you. Okay. Let me go. Let me show something to you. Good question. Okay. Let me share my screen. Oh, I was sharing my screen. Sorry, I forgot it. All right. Okay. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
All right. So where we are, HTTP connector. Where it is? Here, no? Go to what it is. It is a connector. Okay.
Yes.
Type is connector. And when you go to snippet, you will see that. Okay. And what we build is, it's again a new Maven plugin only. Okay. It's nothing other things we have. And what I built it, it's the same thing. Where it is, it's a connector only. Okay. So when I say as a connector, Maven plugin makes your type as a connector. So all the MuleSoft connector is a Maven plugin only. So when you add it as a dependency, automatically all the required stuff they will download on the backend.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
these.
even when we are in the form file, when we are mentioning it as mule plugin, it is going to be connector
Connector
only.
type. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
connector type. It's a connector type. And one more things I will tell you. See, this is okay. If you go deep into that, I will show you. These are the actually repository they are maintaining for all these connectors. You don't have the privileges to edit it, but you can see it. Okay, maybe you can see uh, organization, mule, what else? Connectors. You can see all these connectors are there. On the back end, they are using Nexus. Okay,
Yeah.
so they are maintaining as a plugin here. Okay, so these are the best practices. If you want to eliminate all the complexity to reusability, just make as a dependency. Okay,
Yeah, got it. Thank
good
you.
question.
Any other question, guys?
So whether that connector that custom connector can be able to see in the palette?
No, 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 no. The custom
No,
connector, you build it, and the repository, the MuleSoft is maintaining it separate. Na?
Okay,
How you
yes,
will
yes.
get it?
Mhm. Like
I
how
think
we are adding the dependencies in POM, so like that we can also import from the exchange also, right?
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
way. When you drop an HTTP, when you drag and drop your HTTP on the backend, they adding the dependency.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
by
yes.
default, you will create an application. You will see the download URLs, everything. You will
Everything
see
is there.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why that is fully managed in that way. Okay,
Mhm.
but if you are going to use external one, obviously you have to tell them the POM file or the Maven, right? I'm going to upload my to the external what do you say repositories. So accordingly to that, you have to update your POM file configuration
Okay. Okay. Yes.
I
because
think
by default we don't see that all these options. Okay, go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
please.
mhm.
Yes.
There is one more thing. I think using this Maven plugin, right? We can automate our Mule
Mm,
application deployment to Cloud Hub, to Anypoint Runtime Fabric, to or on-premise.
correct,
Means using any of the following deployment strategies, correct? Like Cloud Hub,
right,
Runtime, and those.
right. And backend, all these repository support all these Maven commands and all. That's
Correct.
why the Maven is doing their magic.
Hmm.
Hmm? Good,
Uh,
good.
any other questions, friends? Gajanan, you can close the screen share so I can share from my
It's
side.
already closed, I believe.
Okay,
It's already
okay,
closed. I see. Right.
fine. Then I share it. So we start the quiz session. Let me know once you are able to see the screen. So guys, you need to join this link, okay, and enter this game code. I'm pinging in the chat also. Some people join from their office laptops. Okay, so if they are joining from their office laptops, then use your mobile phones if you are not able to access. Okay, after that you need to enter this game code. So just copy this link and pasting in the. I'm clicking start, so it will show you one by one each question. Okay, let's start. Guys, do it quickly. Time is running fast. 6 seconds for still three more people to. Okay, one time's up. Okay, so I think 24 on 20 out of 25, 24 people answered, and Suhel, Anjali, and Suhel and Bhaskar leading. Okay, so this was the correct answer. Okay, so now move to the next question.
What type of versioning you see at Design Center for API specific? Be careful.
Okay, so this time I don't know who's this quiz. Guys, give your proper names when you join any quiz session. Okay, don't give like simple A, B, C, D or something. Okay, so the correct answer was major versioning. Okay, so three people answered right one. Let me take quickly the screenshot. Uh, one moment.
Guys, keep remember like when you design specification, you will see major versioning there. There is no semantic versioning. Okay, you will see semantic versioning API manager and what is say exchange on it. Just for your knowledge.
Thank you, Janan. Okay, let's move to the next question. Guys, quickly.
Yeah, everybody should know this answer.
Yes, very fast one. Still two
Yeah.
people, one more need to answer. Yeah. So everybody answered. Well done, guys. Let me see who is leading. Okay. I don't know who is this quiz, but Suhel and Bhaskar. These are in top three. Okay. So the answer was MuleMoment plugin. Let me quickly take the screenshot. Okay. One moment. I quickly save it. Okay, let's move to the next question. Be ready. Here you go.
What is anti-corruption layer in MuleSoft? New term, but everybody know it.
Yeah, this one, everybody is fast this time. Great. One more people need to answer. Oh, time's up. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Okay, so Bhaskar, Suhel, and Quiz in top three till now, and the correct answer was.
Oh my gosh! All right. Yeah,
Hmm.
answer is transform layer. Okay.
No problem.
So these are the
Next.
standard equivalent corrections.
Next question. I think it's the last one.
When to define distribution management repository in POM file?
Want to define distribution management repository in POM file.
Yeah. What is the use of it? Explain it, right?
Time's up. And this was the last question. Okay, so one
Super.
moment. One moment. Okay, so this was good. Okay, this is the last question. Do you want to end the quiz? Yes. And we'll take our winners. Okay. Let me. Sorry. Okay. So quiz Sohel and Bhaskar are the winners. Okay, guys. I don't know who is quiz who gave this name. So if like you need to ping your email address to me, so we can share you the vouchers. Okay, so Bhaskar, Suhel, and I don't know who is this quiz name. So these are the winners. So guys, thank you for winning today. And please
Yeah.
ping me your email addresses, so I will share you the training vouchers. So please give us the feedback. Don't forget to give the feedback. It will help a lot. You will receive an email. Okay, you will receive an email after maybe after 1 hour. So please give your valuable feedback. It will really help us and everyone. Okay, if you want to be a next speaker in Delhi MuleSoft meetup, you can ping me on the LinkedIn, or you can contact via our Delhi MuleSoft page by clicking on contact to the organizers. So we will uh, contact with you and will share all the informations that you require to become as a speaker. You can connect me over LinkedIn. This is the link. Okay, and uh, today's session is over. So now it's our networking time. If anybody interested, then you can share your feedback. Okay, and we will okay, so there is a email address mmtau369. Who is this guy? Not sure. Okay, Santosh Divela. Okay, Santosh D is your name. Okay, fine. Okay, Santosh. Thank you so much. I still didn't get the email from the third person whose name was QUIZZ. Not sure who was that
I,
person. Hey,
I
hi.
believe
Not sure who was
Mr.
that.
Gajanan
That,
only.
that Mr. India. I don't know who was that Mr. India. No problem. If still you want to share your name because you are in top one, okay, you are the topper of today's quiz, and I don't know why you don't want to share your name. It's fine. Santosh is lucky; he will get the voucher. Thank you so much, guys. This is the networking time. If you have anything, if you are working on something you want to share with us, any challenges that you have faced, you fixed it, share with us, so everyone will get benefit. Okay, you can introduce yourself. Okay, so it's completely a networking time, and you can share your innovative ideas.
Anurag, one question to you. This is Aditya here.
Yes.
At the starting of this meetup, you said that we can attend some free training for MuleSoft, right?
Oh, yes,
Can you just
yes,
guide
yes.
about that? How to join that?
Actually, there is a Telegram group. Okay, we created as a MuleSoft station. Okay, so there you can there is that you can join that group. Okay, after joining that group, there is a pinned messages. You can go through that. I'm pinging the link of Telegram here in the chat. You can join that. Already 4 sessions we finished, and more sessions need to go. I think 20 sessions will be there. That is especially for MCD level 1 certification. Okay, we will give you sessions, we will clear your all the doubts, until the time you are not finishing your certification, we will help you. Okay, so Telegram group name is MuleSoft Station. Send your details as asked in the group on the over the email. They will add you on a WhatsApp group. That group I think is for more interested people who are already taking the sessions. Okay, also we are planning to update the sessions on YouTube. uh, okay, or complete sessions like whatever we give during the class, all as it is, it will be there. No editing, nothing, everything will be there. Okay, so whoever asked the question, whatever thing, everything will be there. No editing, no cutting. Okay, but join this group and you will get all the information. I think, Aditya, this is,
Sure, thanks. That's a
yeah.
great initiative. Uh,
Thank you.
just one thing. Is it only for MCD one level guidance or after ahead
Currently it
also?
is currently it is for MCD level 1,
Okay. Okay.
but maybe in future we'll have, not sure. Because why? Because MCI MCPA MuleSoft is providing paid trainings, so I'm not sure. We need to discuss about this with the team, like MuleSoft station group team, because if we will give the free training, so I don't know how MuleSoft will
Yeah.
uh, behave on
MuleSoft training
this.
is something not individually affordable. You can just win a voucher and then only you can.
Yeah, so currently there is no session going on for that, but maybe in future. No, I cannot comment on that at the
Sure,
moment.
sure, sure. Thank you.
So if anybody, your colleague, your family, and friends want to learn MuleSoft, they can join us and can enjoy the free sessions, completely free, and we'll clear all the doubts. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Not questions. If anybody want to share their thoughts, most welcome. Sohel,
Anurag, just want
you are the
to
yeah, yeah, yes, Gajanan, tell me.
just want to share my thoughts on Aditya asking the question, right? So
Hmm.
before these, before 3 and 4 months back, I just MCDA level certified. Okay, so when I started joining all these meetups, trust me, you will get all these basic or the things that you need on MCI level or MCP level. Okay, uh, join as much can all these meetups, because a lot of experienced speakers are there and they explain their experiences and all in depth they are explaining, so you will get all the knowledge. Okay, you have to be patient, and because every Saturday Sunday might be they have come up with the one concept, and that will make you knowledgeful if you will ask the question and if you listen properly. It will help you out in your MCA and MCPA, because this is helpful for me when I done that my MCPA and MCA.
Surely
Yeah,
agree, agree,
that's right.
agree to it. I'm already
They,
attending all the meetups, and it's really good.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah.
yeah,
Even though
you
I'm
you
telling you,
you yes, you just go to the MuleSoft meetup page and just search for upcoming events. So it will give you the list, and you can register yourself for it as per your interest, as per your time. Okay. So you don't need to go like how, where is the meetup happening, what will be the topic. So everything is on MuleSoft meetup page. Go there, you can search, you can click on upcoming events, you will get the list of upcoming events date wise, and there will be timing, so you can register yourself.
the beauty is you can even watch the past events as well.
Yeah, so on every meetup page, whatever we are recording, it will be available on meetup page. Okay, so you can watch over there all past meetups. Also, whatever meetup you will attend, they will share you slides plus recording links via email, so you can, if you did not attend because of some personal reasons, then you can, you can watch those videos and those slides. Suhel, you are the winner today, so uh, could you please unmute yourself and can introduce yourself, your any thoughts, any ideas or something? Suhel Singh. Hello.
Hello everyone. Hello
Hi.
Anurag.
Hi Suhel. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Yes, share your thoughts. And thank you for winning
Yes.
today's quiz.
Thank you. And congratulations to all the winners. And I would like to just say that I started with MuleSoft and I got to know about the MuleSoft things
Great.
in the meetup, like in the Delhi meetup. That was my first meetup to attend.
Oh,
And
wow.
then after that, in 6 months or so, I learned from Shiva. I learned from a
Mm,
lot of people,
mm-hmm.
and then I gave my exam and I cleared that. So
Nice.
within like 6 months, I was able to clear like in my graduation, like in my undergrad,
Super.
and then I worked at Finastra for 10 months. Now I'm here in Canada.
Great.
Yeah, I'm a master student now, so I'm looking for work,
Where
and
are you
I'm
in
open
Canada?
to. I'm in Windsor.
Winter. Nice. So
Yeah, I'm
you
studying
are,
here at I'm studying here at University of Windsor.
okay. Great,
Yeah,
man. Okay, I am
right,
planning
right,
for
definitely.
more sessions, because since 4 weeks I arrange many sessions. Now there will be one more advanced session in Ahmedabad group on 9th April. Okay, so you can join that session. That will be more related to business side. Okay, how we can automate our business using MuleSoft. So this time not in Delhi, but I'm organizing in Ahmedabad group, so you can join that. And the speaker will be Pooja Kamath. She is from US. She's working over there. A very experienced person in MuleSoft. So she will be presenting that topic. Okay.
Okay, for sure. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Suhel. Okay. I would say if you guys can switch on your videos so I can take a screenshot and I will publish it on LinkedIn or some MuleSoft pages. Okay, so if everybody is okay, please switch on your cameras and I will take a picture, a screenshot.
Hey Anurag, just join that group, Telegram group.
Okay,
So
okay.
do I need to ping it there something?
No, there is a pinned message actually. If you see on the group, On the top of the group there is some
Pin message, yeah.
loudspeakers. Yeah. So let me show you the screen, something like this one.
Yeah, I clicked on that pin message.
Yeah, so in that message I think every detail is there. So there is some email address of the group, maybe. Okay, you can, or otherwise you I will ping you after this session. Okay.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah,
Just
guys,
interested in that training. Yeah.
sure, I will call you after this session. Okay, guys, please switch on your videos. I will take a picture, the group picture, and I will paste it on our MuleSoft community page and LinkedIn posts. Thank you, Devi. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you, Kushag. Thank you, Sohel. Thank you, guys. Lekha, Gajanan, Tanmay, Anjali, please switch on your video. Please, guys, we are just 10 now, so it will be good. Gajanan, you are not completely in the picture. You can just turn your chair. Thank you, Tanmay. I think, Tanmay, you are also a part of MuleSoft Station, right? You are on mute.
Yes, Anurag.
Yeah, great. Enjoy your day,
Yeah.
and we'll catch up you next time in Ahmedabad group. Okay, I will be there. Okay, and please join. And next time when there will be a new session, we will send you an email, and you can join that and can enjoy. And thank you for the day.